The United States government has just dropped a bombshell announcement that's sending shockwaves through immigrant communities across the nation. 80,000 visas revoked in a single policy shift. If you or someone you know holds a U.S. visa, the next few minutes could change everything you thought you knew about your immigration status. Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal affects millions of people, and the mainstream media isn't telling you the complete story. Welcome back to the channel. Before we dive into this massive immigration update, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because immigration policies are changing faster than ever, and you need to stay informed. Today, we're breaking down one of the most significant immigration developments in recent history. The Trump administration has confirmed the revocation of 80,000 visas, and this isn't just a number on a spreadsheet. These are real people, real families, and real dreams that have been suddenly interrupted. Let me paint you the full picture of what's happening right now. The Department of State has officially acknowledged that approximately 80,000 visas have been revoked as part of a sweeping immigration enforcement initiative. This represents one of the largest mass visa cancellations in modern American history, and it's creating unprecedented uncertainty for visa holders across every category, from student visas to work permits, from tourist visas to specialized occupation classifications. The revocations didn't happen randomly. According to official statements, these cancellations are part of what the administration calls enhanced vetting procedures and national security measures. The Department of Homeland Security and the State Department have been working in tandem to review visa applications and existing visa holders under stricter criteria than previous administrations have applied. This means that visas which were approved under earlier standards are now being reassessed, and many are not meeting the new, more stringent requirements. What types of visas are being affected? This is the question everyone's asking, and the answer is both broad and concerning. The revocations span multiple visa categories. Student visas, particularly those held by individuals from countries deemed security concerns, have been significantly impacted. Work visas, including the highly sought-after H-1B visas that bring skilled workers to American tech companies and corporations, are under scrutiny. Even some tourist and visitor visas have been swept up in this massive review process. The justification being provided by the administration centers around national security and immigration integrity. Officials argue that previous administrations were too lenient in their visa approval processes, allowing individuals who pose potential security risks or who might overstay their visas to enter the country. The current policy represents what they call a necessary correction to protect American citizens and ensure that only those who genuinely qualify and pose no security threat are allowed to maintain their visa status. But here's where things get complicated and deeply personal for those affected. Many of the visa holders whose documents have been revoked had already established lives in the United States. We're talking about graduate students in the middle of their doctoral programs, professionals who have been working legally for American companies for years, and families who have built their entire lives around the premise that their legal status was secure. The sudden revocation doesn't just affect paperwork, it affects careers, education, families, and futures. The process of how these revocations are being carried out is equally concerning to immigration advocates. Unlike typical visa denials, where an applicant receives a decision before traveling to the United States, many of these revocations are affecting people already in the country. Some visa holders have discovered their status was revoked only when attempting to re-enter the United States after traveling abroad. Others have received formal notifications through mail or email, giving them limited time to either challenge the decision or make arrangements to leave the country. Immigration attorneys across the nation are being flooded with calls from panicked visa holders trying to understand their options. The legal framework around visa revocations is complex, and the rights of visa holders are significantly more limited than those of permanent residents or citizens. In most cases, visa revocations can happen without extensive due process, and the grounds for appeal are narrow. This has created a situation where tens of thousands of people find themselves in legal limbo, uncertain about whether they can stay, whether they should fight the decision, or whether they need to immediately make plans to leave. The economic implications of this policy cannot be understated. American universities rely heavily on international students who pay full tuition and contribute billions of dollars to the economy annually. Tech companies and corporations have built their workforce strategies around the availability of skilled foreign workers. Small businesses run by visa holders employ American citizens. The sudden removal of 80,000 visa holders creates gaps in classrooms, offices, research labs, and communities across the country. Universities are particularly vocal in their concern. Academic institutions have issued statements expressing worry about the impact on their international student populations and research programs. Many cutting-edge research projects in fields like artificial intelligence, biotechnology, and advanced engineering rely on international graduate students and researchers. The revocation of student visas mid-program doesn't just affect the individual student. It can derail entire research initiatives and academic collaborations. The tech industry is also raising alarms. Major technology companies have built business models that depend on their ability to recruit talent globally. The H-1B visa program, which allows companies to temporarily employ foreign workers in specialty occupations, is a cornerstone of Silicon Valley's human resources strategy. With work visas being caught up in the revocation wave, companies are facing the prospect of losing valuable employees and struggling to fill positions that require specialized skills that are in short supply among the domestic workforce. From a humanitarian perspective, the stories emerging from affected families are heartbreaking. Picture a family where parents have been working legally in the United States for years. Their children attend American schools and have only known life in this country. Suddenly, their visas are revoked, and they face the prospect of uprooting everything and returning to a country their children barely remember. Or consider the graduate student who is months away from completing a PhD that represents years of work, only to have their visa canceled and their academic dreams shattered. Immigration advocacy groups are mobilizing to provide support and legal assistance to those affected. Organizations that specialize in immigrant rights are offering guidance, connecting people with attorneys, and in some cases, helping to organize challenges to the revocations. However, the sheer scale of 80,000 revocations has overwhelmed many of these support systems, and resources are stretched thin. The international reaction to this policy has been significant. Countries whose citizens are disproportionately affected have issued diplomatic statements expressing concern. Some nations are questioning whether they should reconsider their own policies toward American visa applicants in response. The move has implications for America's soft power and its ability to attract global talent, students, and tourists. Political responses within the United States have fallen along predictable partisan lines. Supporters of the administration's immigration policies argue that this is exactly what voters mandated: a tough stance on immigration that prioritizes American security and interests. Critics contend that the policy is cruel, economically damaging, and undermines America's tradition as a welcoming nation for those seeking opportunity and education. What happens next remains uncertain. Legal challenges are likely to emerge, though the authority of the executive branch over visa policy is extensive. Congress could potentially intervene with legislation, but given the current political climate, comprehensive immigration reform remains elusive. For now, the 80,000 individuals whose visas have been revoked face an uncertain future, and millions more visa holders are watching nervously, wondering if they might be next. If you're a visa holder watching this video, here's what you need to know. First, verify your visa status immediately through official government channels. Second, consult with an immigration attorney who can review your specific situation and advise you on your options. Third, document everything related to your visa, your stay in the United States, and any communications you receive from immigration authorities. Fourth, understand that while your situation may feel hopeless, there may be legal pathways available depending on your specific circumstances. This story is far from over. The revocation of 80,000 visas represents just one chapter in what will be an ongoing evolution of American immigration policy. The impact will ripple through families, communities, businesses, and institutions for years to come. This is a moment that will be studied by historians and policy analysts as they assess the direction America chose to take on immigration in this critical period. Thank you so much for watching this important update. If you found this information valuable, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with anyone who needs to know about these developments. Immigration policy affects all of us, whether we're immigrants ourselves or simply members of communities enriched by the contributions of people from around the world. Subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss crucial updates on immigration policy and other major news that impacts your life. Drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts on this massive policy shift. I read every comment and I want to hear your perspective. Until next time, stay informed, stay engaged, and remember that knowledge is power. I'll see you in the next video.